Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make ultralight spinnerbaits specifically for perch in clear, stained and muddy water. So let's go. Hey guys, we're coming into perch season and I wanted to create a specific bait to search out perch in my local river. Now my local river tends to get quite coloured and the areas where I fish for the perch on it are very coloured at this time of year. So what I'm creating is a search bait to try and find the perch. Once I've located them, then I'll go down onto more sort of finesse tactics. Now, so what I want to be able to do with this is cover a lot of water quickly, and if there are any fish there, hopefully I'll get them to try and have a go at the bait or take it. Spinnerbaits are very good, like chatterbaits. They're very good in coloured water because they send off a lot of flash with the vibrating or the spinning leaves, and also they create a lot of vibration in the water, which means in coloured water especially, the fish can locate your bait quickly. So I'm going to go through what I'm creating and show you how to make them. Okay guys, so I'm going to create probably 3 or 4 different types of spinnerbait. One specifically for coloured and dirty water, and that's going to be a black spinnerbait and dark colours, and also a white one. Then I'm going to also create a chartreuse coloured one. That's also for coloured water, or if we find that the fish want to go for garish colours, but chartreuse is typically used within dirty water as well. And then I'm going for a more natural coloured one as well, which is going to be sort of greys, silvers, and that's going to be for your sort of clearer water. Let me take you through the materials which we're going to need to do this. So first of all, we're going to need some silver foil, a spoon, a knife, some forceps or pliers, some needle nose pliers, some scissors. Also, we're going to need to get some, these are little tea lights, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with those in a bit. And also we've got some epoxy resin. For the actual materials which we're going to be using to make these spinnerbaits, I've ordered quite a lot of bits and pieces from a great little website called Lure Factors. So I'm going to make 2 different sizes of spinnerbaits because I want to be able to use some of these spinnerbaits ultralight with my BFS setup, so it can't go above sort of 7 grams really. So I've got 2 different heads. I've got a 2.5 gram head and I've got a 4.5 gram head. I've got Colorado leaves. So Colorado leaves are a bigger leaf. They're much more round. They displace a lot more water and create a really big sort of kick in the water, so they don't need to be as big. And then I've also got willow leaves, which are much longer and thinner, a bit like a willow leaf. Again, these don't create so much disturbance, and a lot of people actually prefer willow leaves to Colorado leaves. I don't have enough experience to really comment on that, but I thought I'd just create a couple of each and see how they go. And I'm sure for different days, different situations, one or the other will work really well. In terms of lures or soft plastics, I've got myself some KEITECH swing impact fat soft plastics. And I got these because I really like KEITECH stuff. Firstly, they impregnate their soft plastics with a scent which I really like, so they got a really strong squid scent. I've gone for a pure black one, which will give it an excellent silhouette in muddy water. Then for the smaller ones, I've got these pure white ones. Those will go on the 2.5 gram heads, and this is the KEITECH. I think they're called Little Spider. And then the same, I've got a chartreuse, lemon chartreuse for the chartreuse one. And then I've got Sexy Shad, which is a kind of like silver clear baitfish one. And we've got corresponding skirts to go with them. The other things which I've got are some little eyes, which will stick on. And on top of that, we've got a whole heap of different skirt colours which we can mix and match up with. But mainly it's darks, chartreuse, neutrals being mid-greens, and silvers for the natural coloured ones for clear water. What we're going to do is we're going to take these lure heads, these blanks, and we're going to powder coat them to go with the correct colours. So I've got 3 colours. I've got black, I've got chartreuse, and I've got white. And I'll be powder coating the heads according to which one they're going to go with. So black ones, they're going to have a black head. And also what I'll do is I'll powder coat the blade as well. So it'll have a black blade. I might leave one side silver, I don't know. So it might be black on one side and silver on the other. And that's the same for the white. I'm going to go white blades. Chartreuse, I'll go chartreuse blades. And silver, I'll just leave as silver. Okay, so with that all said, I think we should get into it first of all and start making these. The first stage will be powder coating. Okay, so to powder coat these, this is what I'm going to be making first of all. We'll make the dark black one. For powder coating, I'm going to powder coat the willow leaf, which is a size 1 or 2 willow leaf. Willow leaves change in size with different makers. And I'm also going to powder coat this head as well. I'm using a powder coat here. Now, if you've never come across powder coats before, powder coats basically stick by using heat. So the idea is we'll heat these up. I'll do that over the cooker, over a gas hob for probably about 15 seconds. I'll do the same with this one. And then what I'm going to use is these teacups, these tea lights. So what I've done is I've taken a knife and I've chopped straight down in like that into this teacup, as so. And then I can remove the inner part of that. Once I've done that, just make sure we get all of that stuff out. I'm able to fill this with some powder coating stuff, and then I'll be able to heat this up, and the idea is to dip that in like that and turn it, and hopefully we can completely powder coat that. And once we've powder coated one of these, we can heat that up again, and then we'll put it into the oven to finally sort of just bake it off. So let's give that a go. So firstly, I'm going to take some of this powder coating and I'm going to try and get that accurately in there. I think I'm doing it on top of a plastic sheet, so if I spill any, there's no problems. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of powder coated paint in there. So now we've got the powder coated paint in there, the next thing we're going to do is we'll take this blank and we're going to heat this area up here, and then we can dip it in, give it a good old twizzle round. So let's go ahead and heat this up. So I'm learning a lot of this as I'm going along, but I've found that if you basically mask, rather than using masking tape, if you use a little bit of silver foil and wrap it around the bits which you want to mask, then when you heat it up and you can tap a little bit of the powder paint on it, it avoids you getting excess powder paint over everything. So I'll just show you now. So what you can do is you can basically just mask off the bits which you don't want, like that, and as so. And then when you put the powder over the top, the powder paint over the top, it will just get these little bits here and you won't get an excess. Okay, and here it goes in. Right, there we go. And let's just tap off the excess. Okay, the next thing which we've got to do is we've got to provide a hanger for the spinnerbait. So the hanger will go here, and the way we attach that is we've just got to create a little loop just in this bit here. I'm going to do that using a pair of needle nose pliers, and I'm just going to be very gentle. Just going to bend this round. Until we've created what is a tiny little loop like that. We can try and close that off a little bit just by giving it a pinch down. But before we do that, I need to take this little screw off here. So you'll notice that these all come with roller bearings, so they're really frictionless, so you get excellent roll with them. Again, I got these willow leaves from Lure Factors. There we go, and that will sit as so. So guys, the next thing we've got to do is we've got to put eyes. So put little eyes onto these spinnerbaits, and then once we've done that, we're going to just seal them down with some epoxy resin like this. The eyes come in little blister packs like this. They've got a little bit of adhesive on the back, so all you do is you just peel them off. Again, I got these from Lure Factors. I think it's something like £1 for or a couple of pounds for a load of them. Now that one hasn't got. What I have found is if they don't, some of them just don't. They've got an adhesive back, but because it's so thin, sometimes you get like the paper rather than the adhesive backing. The adhesive backing is sort of silvery, like that. Then you just find where you want it to go and just get it on. And then once it's actually on, you can just maneuver it a little bit, just give it a little nudge up. The adhesive's not that strong. You can just put it into place. And there you go. We've got little eyes on either side of that little spinnerbait now. And they look really good. They finish it off really nicely. Okay, so let's mix up a little bit of epoxy resin. I've got some Gorilla Glue here. It's probably not the best, it's not the clearest, but it works. And we'll just seal these eyes down so they're waterproof. And because as they are now, you'd have a couple of casts and then they would just disappear because then the adhesive's not very strong. Okay. Okay guys, so I'm going to mix up some epoxy resin. I've got a little egg cup like this and I've got some silver foil. Just push it in like that. So I've just got like a little working pool like that. And that seems to work really nicely. Good spot. The other thing which you could use is just one of those tea light holders. They're pretty good as well. So we'll break this off. And then we'll just pour some of this epoxy resin in here. Now this is quite quick curing epoxy, so you can't hang around with it once you're going. I don't know why that's not closing. Okay, so the trick with epoxy is just stir gently and consistently. You don't want to get any bubbles into it. So it's just a quick stir. What will happen is it will get cloudy as you mix it together, and then once it's mixed properly, it should then start to clear up. And by the time it's cleared up, that's when we want to start applying some of this. So still cloudy at the moment, but hopefully it's going to start to clear. Okay, now it's starting to clear now. Excellent. Okay, let's just. So we've got a few minutes now to get this onto these lures. Don't want to put too much. You just want to get a little dob on it. So we go through quickly. Just put a tiny little dob on there. Tiny little dob on there. Just enough. And then what I've got is a little hanger over here. So what I do is I just hang them like that and just let them dry. I've got to be relatively quick because we've only got 5 minutes until this cures. So again, a little dob of it on there just to seal it off. Little dob of it on here just to seal it off. You don't want too much, otherwise it kind of globs up. As as you can sort of see here, it does that basically. So you kind of don't want to put too much on there. Otherwise it can get a little bit messy. Okay, let's keep on going. So a little bit on there. A little bit on there. Just enough to cover it off. And that's they. And they'll just sit there and cure for a little bit of time now. It's very close. Just keep on, if there's excess, you can just keep on just taking off that excess, so it doesn't need that excess. That's it. Hey guys, so I've done the first one. I powder coated one side of this and left the other side silver. Found this one quite hard to do. This one was actually doing the head was a lot easier. So as you can see, I've powder coated one side black and the other side I've just left silver. Powder coated the head and it's nice and glossy. So the next thing to do is we're going to now take our bait and see how far back it's going to go, like that, and then the skirt, and see what that's going to look like, because once it's, what we'll do is we'll chop it down at the back and then that's going to flare out from the front like that. So that looks about right. So let's get this. I'm going to chop it maybe about here, which will leave a little bit of extra. So let's just chop this off around about here. I might save these little bits for the smaller spinner baits. Now, what we do, we turn this round as so. So we're going to turn it around like that. And that's going to thread on so it goes backwards. So what we do, take this through the middle, and now just thread it up, and there's a little lip on these, we just thread it over that, push it on over there, and hopefully we should have a cool looking little spinnerbait like that, which we do. It's really nice actually. And once we've got a soft plastic on in the middle, so let's see what that looks like. That's going to go in somewhere like there. So let's just see what that looks like in the centre. We've got quite an interesting looking little spinnerbait, I think. That's it there. Little perch spinnerbait. So I think the next thing we've got to go and do is go out and see if we can make these work. So let's go out fishing and see if we can catch something with these. Hey guys, so I've come down to my local water and I've brought the spinnerbaits down here. I'm going to have a little play around and just see if there's anything about. I'm probably not going to fish the river too much because it's in flood at the moment and it doesn't look too good, but we'll see. The visibility isn't awful, but we'll probably go and fish some of the lakes because the lakes tend to keep clarity after it's just rained down here, so the lakes will still have a good clarity for lure fishing. Anyway, let's go and see what we can do. That's pretty. Take then. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, we just had a take on this. We just had a mistake on with a pike then. Just didn't manage to get the hook set, so I've just sharpened it right up so it's really sharp, that hook. Let's see if it might still be around. I don't know if I actually pricked him or not. Let's give it a go. There we go. I was just about to pack up. There we go. Little jag. Perfect. Okay. Okay, well we're off the perch, but I'll take a pike. So here we go, he's probably about £3 I'd say, 3.5 pounds. Doesn't have much in the way of colouring on him, but anyway, we're after perch, but obviously there's pike around and that's why I'm using a titanium trace. Look at him, he had a go earlier on and I didn't get him, sharpened up the hook, there we go, got him. Let's put him back. Worth a bash. Some predators getting in here. Oh, something had to go. Something had to go then. Okay, what was that? Okay guys, so we just took another pike. This one's 75 centimeters long. He's probably about 5 or 6 pounds. Took him underneath a tree on the spinnerbait. He took it on the drop. That's pretty cool though, isn't it? So this spinnerbait, pike like it at least. Right, let's go and put this fish back. But what a beauty, really gave a good fight. He's got a bit of a funny tail, this one. Anyway, at least we're catching something. Hey guys, well look, I hope you enjoyed that video. We didn't catch loads, we didn't catch any perch, surprise surprise, but we did catch a few pike. That second pike was quite a nice pike actually. It's probably sort of 5-6 pounds, 75 centimeters long, and those were both on the spinnerbaits which we just made, those micro spinnerbaits. One thing which I have found from this is on both takes from those pike, I've lost the blades off my spinnerbaits. So I'm going to have to try and make sure that the eye is closed where the spinner actually goes on. I might even put a little bit of epoxy resin in there just to sort of secure that a little bit more, because it's frustrating losing the actual blades. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. I'm trying to grow the channel, and so subscriptions really help me. I also like to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about these. Tell me if there's something which I can improve on what I've just done, including how to make these spinnerbaits. I'm a complete novice, so if I can do it, you guys definitely can. Okay, until next time, best of luck with your own fishing adventures. Hey guys, as promised, I'm giving away 3 of these spinnerbaits. I've got a white, I've got a silver, and I've got a dark green one. To enter, just subscribe to the channel and leave a comment saying which colour you would like, and I will choose in a week's time 3 winners. Good luck.